You gotta be shredding. Look, when I say shredder, you might cringe, because you might think of your shredder from 1991 that was a nightmare. The shredder that used to scream at you. You put some paper in, too many sheets, oh, it'd get jammed. You'd have to go backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. Then you'd lift the lid and the shredder'd go everywhere. Shredding is important because it helps protect us against identity theft and fraud. This is a shredder for 2022. A shredder that's different and better. Let me show you why. The shredder that we're thinking about from 1990s probably was this type. This is called a strip cut shredder, and it's not bad, but you can see it's cut the paper into a strip, and I can still see some of the information. Right, if you were to go into a store today with a $100 bill, the red store, the blue store, the big box store, chances are we'd walk away with this type of shredder. This is called a cross-cut shredder, and you can see it's definitely better, right? It's smaller, isn't it? What you don't normally find for a $99 and change is this. This is called microcut, and it's pulverized the paper. There's nothing left. There's nothing left of it. It's the most expensive form of shredding technology that you can have in-house. We have it at that $100 price point, which is the lowest price ever. Here's the thing. I can tell you all day long that it's great technology. I can tell you all day long that it feels good to get the junk mail and shred it. I can tell you it feels good to clear the clutter. I can tell you it feels good to protect yourself, but maybe you're still not convinced. There's one other feature that I think is gonna take you over the edge. Allow me to present to you the magical formula of AutoShred, right there. That one flip, that changed everything. Now you're sold. You know what that means? I can take, and I don't have them here, but I could, yes, I do, I have them here. I can, normally when you think of a shredder, you have to stand there and you're gonna put a sheet through at a time or 4 sheets at a time. I can now put up to 90 sheets of paper in the back and walk away. It'll shred it by itself. 90 sheets by itself, shred, 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 shred. No more babysitting it, brilliant. That's a feature that you never had back in 1991, but this does. We are down to final quantities on red, silver, and black. I presented this yesterday and we sold the majority. Free shipping, flex pay, red will be gone. Oh boy, there's only 250 if you want the red. This year, the one resolution we can do is really get protected, because let's face it, when you go to throw something away, if you do that, that's not protecting. Somebody could just open it up, or maybe like a sensitive document, maybe you do this. Oh boy, now you fooled them. How are they ever gonna get those 4 pieces of paper and put them back together again? It's a 4-piece jigsaw puzzle. You gotta get a shredder. I learned everything I know from the Shredder King, and that is Mr. Bill Duggan. Bill, thank you for doing this at the last minute. I'm so grateful to you. Bill, when you and I were on last night, I mean, we set the phone lines alight because we've got the best of everything at the lowest price ever.
That's just it, and it's all upgraded. From the finish on the outside, you get those nice shiny finishes, to the capacity, to everything being on casters, and it's true. Adam, you've always been a fan of shredding because you know the need to protect you, your credit score, your identity, and your family and your friends. But then when we were in studio, and I remember it, Adam, you're like, I have this. I love MCs. It's great. And then when we showed you this AutoShred, you're like, game changer. Because what does this do? We've all been there. It's, you know, it's a Monday, and it's like I'm put off cleaning the office, and that stack that, you know, was manageable now has grown 20, 30, 90 sheets. Or maybe it's the stack that's in the filing cabinet that we finally can purge and get rid of, but instead of having to sit there and, you know, feed it through 8 pages at a time, I can take 90 sheets and just load it in the back right here and walk away. I can go back to, you know, putting the kids in bed, taking the dog out for a walk, doing whatever we have to do. And not only is it gonna shred automatically, it's gonna shred in that smaller print, that micro cut format, which is more protected. Because what you have to think about, 1 in 7 of us fall victims to identity theft. And you know, 49% of all identity theft happens during tax season. Because you know, we're getting stuff in the mail, we're digging stuff out from last year, we're making copies, and then we're just throwing it away. Or, you know, we're just not being guarded about it. So It's auto shredding in the back. Just about 5 pages with staples. Guess what? I'm just gonna load it all right up in here, and it just gets pulverized. So realize, 3.5 gallon waste bin, because I'm gonna show you guys a quick secret. I have a really small home office. I use this 3.5 gallons as my waste bin or as my trash can in the office. And then when I need to shred, I shut the door, and then that's where it's just dual purpose. It's protecting me. It's protecting actually my office because, you know, I'm working from home. All those documents are corporate stuff. And even if you really keep a very nice home office, which better, good for you, you're better than me. Guess what? We still get the junk mail. We still get all that stuff. That junk mail, shred the stuff you don't need. Those pre-filled out applications with, you know, return envelopes and advertisements. So you have to open them. Not with this one. It has the power to go through 10 sheets in the front, 90 sheets in the back. And look at this. That is that micro cut difference. Because if you're still shredding with something like this, I know, Adam, you did the 4-piece puzzle. This is a 30-piece puzzle. And we are trusting our credit score, our interest rates, our mortgage payments to something from 50 years ago. You want to upgrade to microcut. You want to upgrade to more power and convenience. And let's be real, something that looks good, because if you leave it out and you use it, it's less likely to happen to you or someone in the household because you're being proactive. Another thing, is it still, oh, free shipping, great, that's good. I just always have to double check because sometimes it's not the same offer. This cardboard, well, it's true. I mean, one day it is, one day it isn't. And this cardboard, recycle it. This identity, do not, check this out. Cardboard, check going through the cardboard and the paper at the same time. This has muscle, this has power. Get it home, enjoy starting the new year off right, cleaning up the clutter, but doing it smart. And when I'm telling you about being smart about it, and Adam is too, let me just tell you, the federal government even tells us we need to shred all of these documents. We went to their webpage, the Federal Trade Commission, because one of the #1 complaints they get is about identity theft. So they say, guard your social security number. Okay, we've heard that. Mom's told us that for years, right? But then shred those credit card receipts, shred other sensitive documents, and that other, it's going to be different for every household, every company, and every person in that household and company. Because you know what? I'm going through some investment stuff. I got some insurance claim. I got my paychecks. I got travel documents. All of this stuff needs to be destroyed properly. And one of the biggest things people are most satisfied with Embassy, it's not just the fact that they can see it, you know, the clutter disappear and they're managing it. It's that instant gratification. That stack of papers, it's being taken care of on its own. The stack that I just found, it's hungry to pulverize it. I put a clear bin in so you can actually see what this looks like. It is so small, and that smaller shred means it's gonna fill this bin up less frequently and not as fast, so it can just keep going and going. Adam, it has one job. It comes fully assembled, you plug it in, you start shredding, and you get addicted. It's called shredding therapy. You wanna just keep going.
But Bill, and I say this respectfully to everybody watching, you gotta promise me. Folks, if you don't buy this tonight, just promise me whenever you go to buy a shredder, you insist on microcut. Don't you dare let them sell you a strip cut or a cross cut. And the thing is, with $100, that's what they're gonna sell you. And it's, look, there, that's what they'll sell you. Strip cut or cross cut. I don't want, why? This is fine, but it's not as good. The reason we're able to do the best in the world microcut at this same price is because we sell so many shredders. Oh my gosh, we're so famous for shredders. We're famous for many things, but shredders is really one of the top ones. Microcut's the best it can be. Here's where we are. On hsn.com, we have a dozen different shredders. None of them are as good a deal as this. In red, 95 left. In gray, we're down to the final 150. Bestseller is black. If the only thing you buy from me tonight is a shredder, then I'm happy. Because honestly, look, the thing is, if you get rid of the feeling that we had from the shredder that we used to own, that was a nightmare, that got jammed, God forbid there was a staple in it, it was just not a pleasant experience. If you clear that from your mind and you say, oh, in 2022, shredders are different, you'll love this. It becomes a new thing. The junk mail comes in, we shred it. Stuff we don't need anymore, we shred it. Because look again, you've got papers and paperwork. When you do that, that takes up a lot of space in the trash. Versus when you shred it, it takes up nothing. So you're not taking out the trash as often as well. It's just, it's the one argument that I don't think anybody would even attempt to have, because when you listen to Bill, when you see what this does, everybody knows it. We all know that we're safer with a shredder, that we're more protected with a shredder. It's better to have a shredder. So if you're gonna get one, let's get the best one. Microcut, AutoShred, staples not a problem, credit cards not a problem, assembled, you better believe it, on casters, fabulous. To empty it, I don't need to take the top off and lift this away. I've got the peekaboo window, I lift it from the front, pull it from the front, and that's how you're gonna empty it quickly and easily. So it's got all the features that you would want at a fantastic price. It's the one I have at home that I use, genuinely, God's honest truth, every single day. Every single day. And Embassy makes 1 in 4 shredders. They're the best in the world. I want to let you know a couple things. I know for many of us, we've seen a lot of laptops, a lot of great deals over the holidays, and I feel a little late to the party for sure. But it's arrived at last at the end of this hour. My Thanksgiving laptop that we were supposed to do finally arrived in stock. I have 300 of them. If you happen to know anybody that needs a laptop, we're gonna do a deal that is the lowest price in nearly 3 years on the network, and prices of laptops have gone up. Again, I wanted to let you know that it's there. After we sell out of the majority of these shredders, we're gonna do our special delivery. I know many of you are starting to tune in, excited like I am. Never before seen on Open House, an unexpected special delivery, low price point. I think you're gonna love it. I think you will love it. That's after this, that's after this. Red now, 3 dozen. Red, 3 dozen. Silver gray, very popular, but black continues to outsell and outperform all the colors. Bill, we joke about New Year's resolutions, but this really is an easy one to adopt, one that benefits us, our family, our security, our identity, our credit. There's no argument against it and every argument for it.
That's just it, Adam. I can go to the gym all week long and I'm not going to see the results as instantly as I do from my shredder, because it doesn't jam, it doesn't overheat. It really just performs like it is supposed to. And that's where you get addicted. That's where you start to feel good. Just like with the Today Special and the fitness tracker, I mean, you see the results, but more importantly, you see the clutter disappear. You're not cutting a corner. I mean, I'll just crumple up this paper. How much space does this one piece of paper take up in my waistband versus what I've shredded? I mean, we're on page 80 already, and it's almost done. And that's the best part about it. I was able to, not stand by the shredder all night. I could go get another cup of coffee. Adam, do you like your coffee red or do you like your coffee white? Because this is the best part about it. I'm not tied up to, exactly. It's coffee, I just need it. But you know what's also crazy? Adam, I used to take all my stuff to the office because they had a better shredder.
Right.
I'm not going to the office. And the thing is, now I have a better shredder than the office. And I'm actually working from home. So all this corporate stuff, I have the ability to shred it at home. I see that end result. That end result is evolved because this shred from 50 years ago, it's not cutting it, no pun intended. Because the craziest part about identity theft, we don't realize it's happened to us until it's too late. I love that. The 90 sheets, done. I did not spend all night just sitting here going through page by page. But what I was saying is most of us with identity theft don't realize it's happened until we sit down to refinance, to try to get that good financing on a car. And like, what do you mean I don't qualify? Actually, that's what happened to me, Adam. Sophomore year of college, I go up to the financial aid window. And I'm like, I'm here to get my check for sophomore year. And like, you don't qualify. And I'm like, huh? And they, approved all the papers, like, because you have this account and that account. And I'm like, I do. If I had those accounts, I would not be getting financial aid. Here's another feature. It automatically stopped. The bin got full. It knows not to keep going. So say you did load it up and you walked away. That is smart. And all those features you've been talking about, Adam, whether it's the 3.5-gallon pull-out bin, whether it's the finish, whether it's the microcut, I'm most excited that this technology is under $100 for the first time. Because we'll have other embassies, we'll have other AutoShred. It's not probably going to be that under 100 price because it'll be a bigger unit. This is perfect for a lot of us. And even though it's under that price, we still give you a great care package, upside down, with 6 lubricant sheets, a bin liner if you'd like it. Because what happens is, it's not going to just get you through one tax season. Like Alice Caron used to think she had to buy a shredder year after year. You will use this all the time. This envelope has oil in it. And so, I'm not getting it on my hands. I'm not getting it all over the office. I drop it in here. It's going to keep those gears nicely finely tuned. And, you know, maybe I just let it drip in till the next time I use it. But then I just let it run through and it keeps everything running. You can run one through the front and then even run it through the back. This just happened to me, Adam. I went away for, you know, the holiday and I came back and, you know, I went through the junk mail. I'm like, okay, I want to keep that one. Okay, let's get rid of this one. And all that stuff I didn't need, I took all of those envelopes, I loaded it up in the back, and I went back to unpacking the, you know, the luggage and starting the laundry. I'm not a slave to the shredder anymore, and you don't have to be either. But when you do dispose of this stuff, it looks like I was not invited to the New Year's party, or what did I miss? Because look at how fine this shred is. It's unidentifiable. And that's why we've had to upgrade to microcut, and that's why you'll appreciate that peace of mind, too.
Such profound words, Bill Duggan. Not a slave to the shredder. No
it's
more.
The coffee.
No more. Listen, the shredder's got to work for us, not against us. You got to get shredding. Life is better when you shred. Life is easier and sweeter when you shred. Life is more protected, less vulnerable when you shred. But don't make the mistake thinking this is the same shredder that you had back in 1985. It's not. It's a whole different ballgame. It's powerful. It eats the paper like never before. Again, I reiterate, I am not stood out here saying you can't buy a shredder for $100. You can everywhere. But look closely. Most shredders that you buy for $100 are that or that. And that or that is not good enough. No, no. This is strip cut. This is cross cut. You can see a strip cut shredder is cutting it into, as the name suggests, strips. But I can still see, look, I can see the address right there. That's not gonna work. Why would I waste my money? This is better, but it's not as good as that. Look at the size of this versus the size of that. Look, 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 I'll take one piece. You see the difference there? The yellow is microcut. It's the most expensive form of shredding that you can buy for at home, and most stores charge a small fortune for it. We have it at a crazy price because we've sold so many of them, and I've presented shredders so many times. And as you can tell, I'm just a little enthusiastic about them. But the reality is, joking aside, this is the best shredder at the best price, and it's got the AutoShred. So we won't be a slave to the shredder. I can put 90 sheets, up to 90 sheets of paper at the back and walk away, and it will do it for us. By the way, folks, have your phones ready, laptops ready, hsn.com ready, HSN app ready. We are less than 2 minutes away from a special delivery that is gonna rock the foundations of the home shopping network. I think you're gonna love it. I don't think you've got any idea what it is. And I think when you see it, you'll go, oh yeah, I could do that. I should have that. I'll get that. We are just a couple minutes away. Red, I have 10 left. Final 10 in red. Silver, doing really well, just about 100, less than. Bestseller is the black, which is a good job because that's where I have most of the quantity. Black is available if you'd like. It has the casters. It's that sweet spot size. And again, Bill, it's an easy thing to do for the new year with no downside. You feel better when you shred.
No. You do. We call it shredding therapy because you see that clutter disappear. It looks good. This is that elite with those shiny finishes. It's shipping for free. We will have Embassy again. People love it. It's a great brand. Will it be under $100? Will it have the auto shred? Will it even be microcut? This is what's great about it. It ships you for free. Recycle the cardboard. Don't recycle the identity. Look at that thick cardboard. It is gone. You see it disappear. So not only is it manage that clutter, you're being really smart about your identity. Adam, 1 in 7 of us fall victims to identity theft, and half of that happens during tax season, which we are in. So you want to, maybe this is the kick you need to really just get into your taxes and make sure it's all done more importantly, effectively, because you're protecting your identity, you're protecting your kids, and you're getting a good quality product of Embassy, which we've enjoyed here for years at the network, but it has not had all of these features, from that auto shred to microcut to the casters, and all under $100. You'll appreciate it and enjoy shredding again. I mean, it sounds weird to say that, but it's true. Just like if you enjoy cleaning and vacuuming again, it's because they make it easier. Embassy does that with shredding.
Bill, thank you, my friend, as always. Wonderful to see you. Happy New Year.
Fun.
Thank you for being on our first show of 2022. Be well. I'll see you soon. There you go.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate, indeed. I better drop this off over here. This is that laptop that's